Hello everyone, welcome to today's Pick a Card. I am Rev Marie. Today here we have the Lantern Oracle, and we're going to let the Oracle speak. So please look at the 3 cards and the 3 crystal. Go with the card that you're drawn to or the crystal that really stands out for you, that you really want to see, you're curious about. We have the first card with the jade, green jade, second card with the sunstone, and the third card with the rose quartz. Follow your intuition. Let your inner guidance guide you or your angel guide you. And know that the card that you pick is the card you're meant to see today. You're meant to receive that message. And you may want to listen to the other cards as well, because there may be a little bit of a message in the other ones for you as well. But the one you choose will be the more prominent. All right. Let's look at card number 1. Card number 1 is Distorted Desires. Curious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. All right. So knowing the difference between needs and wants is key to navigating what is at the root of a desire. It helps us to distinguish what is self-sabotaging, compulsion, or mirage from what is genuinely life-enhancing aspiration to be realistically pursued. When what we think we want is not what we need or long for at a core level, the realization of such desires potentially results in something nightmarish rather than dream fulfilled meant. So in the worst scenarios, this can have us, running for our lives, like the featured mother here. See, it's mother. So whether we're consciously we recognize it or not, a delusion, for what it is, an untruth can never satisfy our needs. Illusions have no sustenance or substance, and therefore that's why they don't satiate the desire that we mistakenly have in the first place. So as of the origin of every distorted desire is an invaluable lesson for us to learn about ourselves. So what is the reason why you're turning away from rather than confronting things that are not actually as they seem in your life? Maybe necessary to compassionately release yourself from unwanted conviction that things or person will magically change into what they have the potential to become and cease making excuses for why they are not. So the mother's message here is, once we get clear on what our heart's desire is, our heart's core desire is, and therefore need, we are ready to recognize it in whatever form it takes and to receive it. So make the space for your heart's true longing to come in by freeing yourself of any illusion still haunting you. That is very important. A lot of times we need to stop and think and ask ourselves, what I truly desire or what I need or think I need, is it for my highest good? Because a lot of times we think we know what we want, or we think we know this is going to make us happy. Bottom line is, it turns out once we receive it, or we're not happy. Once you let the guidance from your spirit guide help you, once you trust in the universe, they know what is best for you. So sometimes we want something, and we don't get it, and we're a little kind of down about it because there's something else better. So if you trust the universe, you trust your guides, trust God, let things unfold. Be careful about what you think you want, because your needs and your wants are totally different, right? So That's a beautiful card. Distorted Desire. I like that one. So the second card, the middle card, is Transition. Transitions. You have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridge arises on your path, whatever bridges. So transition bridges our life from one significant change to the next. They are the periods between one way, phase, or chapter in life and another. As interims that follow turning points of no return, they bookmark the times that we've had to figure out how to make life work again. Transitioning takes us as long as it takes to adapt to new circumstances or perspectives. The tension of not being able to turn back and not knowing how to adjust effectively to what is new can be disconcerting. There can be varying degrees of pain, resistance, and inner turmoil as we struggle to break our former self into a new way of life and version of ourselves. Until we figure out how all that is new to us works and reconcile ourselves with it, it can be difficult to trust others as well as ourselves. At these points of no return, we can either freeze, fight as if we can do something about what has already happened, or grow. Stepping or being thrust over a new threshold requires courage. There are no guarantees that familiarizing ourselves with our new direction will yield anything amenable to us. All that we can do is give life our best by being in the moment and putting 100% into effectively dealing with whatever presents itself. We learn as we grow. And once we know better, we do better. Transitions are raw and unstable periods that require time and patience to adjust and recalibrate. Trying to go back is an illusionary trap that would be best to avoid. Understand that a return to what is past is not possible. The reality of it no longer exists for you. However, to complete the process of transition, you must choose to leave and let go of what was. Whether this change in circumstances is something that you had wanted or not is irrelevant. You need to be the one who internally releases what was to truly enter into what is now. So the sooner you own the departure and reconcile yourself with whatever the change is, the smoother and briefer your period of transition will be. A minor or major time of transition may be at hand, and the Crone wishes to assure you that it is always okay for your period of transition to be messy, awkward, uncomfortable, and met with resistance. Be gentle with yourself as you find your new rhythm, routine, and way. It is helpful to reflect upon prior transitions and the wisdom gained from each as well as to keep note of those going forward. So the Crone's message here is transitions are the blessings rarely recognized as such at the time. Isn't that true? Transitions are important for us to grow. Perfect. All right, the third card, the Rose Quartz card. Presence of absence. Hold what is absent in the presence of your love. So it's easy to fill our thoughts with the loss of loved ones, missed opportunities, and regrets. Our hearts can become so overwhelmed with what is no longer or never has been part of our life that we lose sight of our present. This can be especially so with regrets around the things that we did not say, try, or do. All that we can ever change about our regrets is what we do with our grief in the present. Loss is a kind of death. When we lose or do not attain something we deeply value, something of ourselves dies or remains absent along with it. At some point, We have to learn to live on and find ways to genuinely feel our present without this cherished person, place, attainment, or situation. The empty space, what we still love, had been or would, can be painful to confront. We can either fill the empty space with who and what is absent, like the crone who sets the dinner table with photos and become absent ourselves, or we can find a way to breathe ourselves back into life. Rather than miss the opportunity to live, we can honor and acknowledge what haunts us with gratitude for whatever was and is no longer, or what was not and may never be. We can use whatever was or was not to enrich how we approach living each moment to the fullest. The absence has a lesson for us. It would not have made up part of our path if it did not. It is up to us to uncover the insight and use it harmoniously. Alternatively, it may be that you resonate with this card at a level where you find that it is who has been absent throughout your life. It may be that you have lost a lot of your youth and the opportunity to make something of your life. Take heart in knowing that you are not alone. Your path has gifted you with an alternate set of inner resources, insights, and tools. To explore the value of them will illuminate a personalized way to the other side of your pain and how to create a meaningful and fulfilling life from it. Regardless of the source of your prolonged grief, the featured crone loves and supports you to move beyond the loss suspending your life or aspects of it. She cautions you to avoid the potential for grief to consume the rest of your life by compromising your capacity to be present in it. Of course, to mourn any loss is essential and need to run its due course. However, it is equally essential to recognize that you are still here and presently able to live a fulfilling life. Honor this blessing by embracing the many opportunities available to you. To initiate this process, it can be helpful to light a candle and hold in your mind's eye what is absent in the presence of your love. Next to this image here, place the part of yourself that has been lost to the past as a consequence. Keep this vision of all that is absent present within the white, loving light of your heart for about 4 minutes. During this time, focus on your breath. Have your eyes closed and hold your left hand on your heart. The need to cry may arise during this visualization. If so, good. To cry when we need to is always a good thing and a healthy thing. Allow your tears to flow for however long and hard they need to. This is the body, mind, and emotions' way of relieving, cleansing, and healing. Now, having a plush toy or pillow to hug can be soothing if no one safe is around. Although it might not feel it at first, trust that there will be an end to your tears if you allow them all to come out. This is the same with grief. So the crone's message here is true loss and absence, or when you lose all of yourselves to the past too. Wonderful way to remind us to release. What was is gone. We must learn to adapt and learn to move on. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share. There are a lot of people out there that needs one of these messages. I appreciate all of you. Have a blessed day.